Oh, welcome to another Do Not Disturb dog walk. There's Toto. It was his birthday yesterday. Alright. We're here at Te Ara Puawai, or Huatoki. Huatoki Walkway in New Plymouth. Now, I have a feeling that this is one of those walkways that goes on and on for miles. Also, we've we could have gone either way. We've come into this entrance, but nearby to this entrance is another sector of the trail over in that direction. After it crosses the road that we parked on. I'm not sure how far it goes in this direction, and there might be more trail over that side than there is on this side. Just looking at the map. So anyway, if we get to the bitter end of this end of the trail, we'll just backtrack and then have a look at that other bit of trail. Well, if this is your first time watching, guess what? If you haven't already clicked on another video because you're bored already, and you're still here, well then welcome. These recordings, this is exactly what it looks like, and this is all that we do. This is all it is. Me and Quigley going adventuring. Sometimes we go to some absolutely spectacular, marvellous places. That's probably about the best thing about it. But yep, just real time, mostly raw, unedited postings of our dog walk recordings. That's it. I go for a 30-minute minimum and a 60-minute maximum most of the time. I've broken that rule a couple of times. Sometimes I get carried away with editing and choosing bits to cut out so that all the footage that I got fits down into 1 hour. Other times that's just too much hard work. I'm pretty low on post-production. I mean, I don't put a lot of effort in. Come on, Quicks. So that's the goal. I'm rolling camera, so the ethos of Do Not Disturb dog walks is that I pretty much try to swerve around other people and not, that's my MO, to just try and keep to myself and let people keep to themselves. But every now and again, people pop up. People with their dogs pop up from time to time. So there's probably a little bit of excitement other than just watching us walk and talk. I don't even know if people want to listen to what I have to say on these recordings. Feel free to put some music on and put us on mute. Yeah, I do. I talk quite a bit during most of the recordings. Just trying to narrate our lives. But, well, I always make an effort to say the same things every episode. I reiterate the rules and the housekeeping guidelines kind of things for you guys that may watch out there in the universe. If you want to get into watching several episodes in the future, that would be great. Maybe play back the playlist on shuffle and play it for your dogs or your cats, your other pets, on the big TV while you're not home, so we can keep them company and they can come adventuring with us. Hey. I feel like we're probably supposed to go this way. Yeah, put us on in your cafe waiting rooms, tattoo parlour, TV, for people to watch while they're getting their tattoos, while they're waiting for their medical treatments, while they're waiting for their coffee, their expensive latte. That's sort of my dream come true for these YouTube recordings. The rules anyway, the guidelines, the housekeeping. like I usually say every single recording, just to make it clear. Quigley, haere mai. Yeah, yeah. Let's get the cyclist to get by us first. Ka pai. Well, the first rule is never mind the 6 o'clock news, and it's a slogan I came up with right at the beginning of our recording history, when I watched back a few episodes and I caught myself out talking about dumb stuff, and so I made it a rule pretty quickly that coming on the YouTube channel, walking and talking with my dog, I'm not allowed to talk about anything that may or might be on the 6 o'clock news. So we've created this safe space for all you listeners. You can even fall asleep listening to me ramble on, and you can rest assured that I'm not going to fill your head with ugly thoughts about crap that's on the 6 o'clock news. Speaking of crap or poop, the other rule on our channel is that you get to enjoy everything about the dog walks with us, but you don't get to see my dog poop. So I've got a slogan for this rule. The slogan is, show us the poop. And I like to imagine that all of you viewers out there could be mad that you don't get to see the poop. Like, you want the full dog walking experience, poops and all, but we're not giving it to you. So yeah, but I think that that's great news. In fact, you should watch more of our recordings in future, knowing full well that you're safe with us. I'm not going to zoom in on my dog's poop happening, and I'm not going to, honestly, I have to sometimes handle it, you know, grab out a poop bag and pick it up and all of that jazz. I just want you to know that you don't get to see that. If I do happen to catch it on camera, I make an effort to edit it out. But most of the time we're very tactful, and I try to make sure that Quigley's already taken care of his private business before we even start recording. Just so happens that every now and again he's in a real poopy mood. I think the most poopy moments I've got out of him within 1 hour is 3. And I think to myself, how can you fit so much poop in you, dog? Anyway, that's enough talk about that. But jump in the comments, type it in, type in the slogan, show us the poop. Well, like I said, you might find a dead end. Not really a dead end, but where does the trail carry on from here? It doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. So we'll go back. Quigley likes a bit of a street walk, but we don't get in the habit of recording the street walks very often. Back the way we came, my dog. Yeah, so the arrow says Huatoki Walkway that way, and it doesn't say also that way like you'd expect if there was another entrance to a continuing trail across the street there. So yeah, we should have driven here and started here and then walked through here. Taiwa. I don't explain it every episode, but in New Zealand we have an indigenous language, the language of the Māori people, of which I happen to be one of, which is great. I feel honoured to be a New Zealander with Māori heritage in my blood. And good. My dog, I just believe that dogs, it doesn't matter what noise comes out of you, it doesn't matter what language you speak, it's all about their intuition and them understanding what you need as a pet owner. Well, that's how I feel about it. Feel free to disagree with me if you like. But so consequently, you know, sometimes I've been claiming that my dog's bilingual, but well, I guess he isn't really. All he knows is dog. And I just cracked myself up. All he knows is dog. Yeah. So I speak te reo Māori to my dog just because I can. And one day, Google, in its infinite wisdom, may well teach their automatic subtitling how to translate the language of the Māori people for all you people out there. But until such time as that occurs, well, all you're going to know is you're going to hear, if you got the sound on, you're going to hear me say the words, and Google's going to try and tell you I'm saying all sorts of gobbledygook that doesn't make sense. So sorry about it, but it almost feels like not speaking the language, but I protest that. I am determined to keep the language alive. Yeah, and so I quite often speak te reo Māori to my dog. The language of the Māori people. Hey, for my Māori dog. Hey, there's a cool word in te reo Māori. It sounds like this. Kia tere. And it means hurry up or be quick. And I figured that my dog's name Quigley sounds enough like quickly. To be honest, it confuses the automatic subtitles. Sometimes it spells his name right, which I'm quite impressed by. But yeah, otherwise, sometimes I'm calling out to my dog saying quickly, and that's what, yeah, it sounds very much like that word, quickly. So, because of that, I've given Quigley his Māori name. His Māori name is Kia tere. Now, there are these YouTube channels called faceless YouTube channels, and I've just got this whole different artistic bent and take on that. This is like a point of view channel more than a faceless channel. I've got a face, I just don't show you my face much. And my dog's the star of the show. Actual faceless YouTube channels are the ones that are created by people who never show their face, never record their voice. They use AI to build all of the videography that you see, stolen photographies, or even straight up completely invented artificial imagery, and titles and subtitles and wham bam thank you ma'am soundtrack and a narrator voice, all of these things that people put into these faceless AI driven YouTube channels. and they've created these specifically just to game, G-A-M-E, the YouTube algorithm in order to generate revenue from all the advertising. Okay, so I just think about what we're doing, which is like a protest against all of that. This is real life, real adventures, real time photography, videography, recordings of adventures. Not that fake ad revenue driven en masse content that channels that exist out there, which is an awful shame that they do. We must fight against them. But yeah, there's Quigley. There's Pukeko down there. I'll get a zoom on that for you guys because you might like to see that. You see them hiding in the trees? Hi, my Quigley. Oh, can I get a video of any of them? They're really hiding down there. Oh, well, you guys are probably getting bored of that. Quigley, haere mai. Oh, he's gone around the post. I missed that while I was previewing the screen. I'm just going to unclip it. That's going to make my life a hell of a lot easier. Clippity clip, 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 back on. There we go. Come on now. This way. Up this road. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, that's right. I remember vaguely I was rambling about our content being like a fight against the fake content. Yeah, and I really actually sort of feel bad for talking about that because I'm pretty sure that those kinds of shenanigans do get some time in the 6 o'clock news, so I probably shouldn't be talking about it. Taiwa e hoa. Haere mai. Sit. Noho. E noho kuri. Ka pai. You can actually sit all the way down if you like. Noho. Kuri. Noho. Taiwa e hoa. Taiwa kuri. Ka pai. Hikoi. Oh look, speak of the devil, some of our Māori flags are up here. Yeah. No, off the road. I don't know how to say that in Te Reo Māori, I need to learn that one. I know I could just say no, which is kaore. Kaore! Kaore, haere mai. Ka pai kuri. Te tero. Huatoki. Bridge 205. I didn't know that because it's got a sign there that says it. Yep, so we know that some of you will, because of the fast-paced situation of the world, multimedia and social medias and YouTube shorts, and you know how we already trained everybody to flip through the channels with the TV remote. So it's like the natural progression. Some of you will watch for 5 seconds. Some of you will watch for 30 seconds. Some of you will watch for like 3 minutes and then be like, what is this shit? I'll watch something else. I can't believe I watched that for 3 minutes. And then some of you are going to watch these recordings all the way from beginning to end. And I figure, since there's almost 8 billion of us or more, and well, I have a theory that the internet only actually reaches about 25% of the people on Earth. So already billions of you don't get to see this recording, and then, or any of our recordings for that matter. And then let's try and imagine there's still a few billion in that 25%, and only 10% of those people have even ever heard of YouTube. So kicked ourselves in the nuts with that one, being a YouTube channel. And then, you know, I don't know how many millions of people might watch this one day, but it'd be cool if millions of people did. We've had the odd recording or episode that we've made go semi-viral, getting the tens of thousands of views, so that's always a good feeling. We've only been making recordings for a year. We managed about 200 recordings for the first year, so I'm pretty stoked with that. Hope to do better, not worse, in this following year. But that whole first year was like a year of discovery, really. It's real easy to just keep going, looking for places that we've never been walking before, and make recordings of that. And so that's what we've done most of the time. Oh, the arrows. That's just me narrating that yellow sign up there. It says Yarrows Stadium. Whaihoa. Whaihoa. Kuri. Kapai. Good boy. Now stop eating the grass. What do you think it means when my dog eats grass? Does your dog eat grass? Do you think it's normal? I'm not sure if it's normal, but kind of accept it as normal with my dog. He doesn't do it every walk, but every now and again he just gets in a real I want to chomp on some grass mood. I feel like I'm a cow today, or a horse. Do horses eat grass? I think they do. I know they eat hay. Good boy. When I see him look up into the hills, to this hill here, I see him looking around, I feel him just wanting to go for a run up there, check it out. I guess that's one of the facts that I don't talk about most of the recordings, but I've always got a tether on him. Always. And that's because I have to keep him safe. And in a place like this, honestly, he's such a crazy ass dog. He'll end up in the river, he'll end up swimming down there, running around in the stream, running up and down this hill. But the thing that I can't stand is when he disappears and I have to call out to him and I don't know where he is. I can't stand that feeling, so yeah. Leave it! Leave it! No! Whatever it is, it's not good. I don't even know what that was. It was a big pile of leaves though, and it made me think, is there a dead animal underneath all those leaves? What was that horrible noise? Oh, it's a vehicle. Some kind of big rig anyway. Diesel. Wow, that tree is like really on the lean. Oh, Quigley. Doesn't even need to be there. What about this one? I'll remove that too. Oh, it's practically removing itself. Has someone been gardening here, Quigley? You can't have that one, it's termite infested. Really, to make this safe for cyclists, it needs... Wait a minute. Those? Anyway, yeah, if I was in charge of this, fixing up this trail, I'd just get all that smashed right back for the cyclists. Tell you what. We haven't encountered anybody on this walk yet. I suppose that cyclist sort of whizzed past us. Quigley, hi to my. Let's see if he's thirsty. Yeah. So for those who haven't seen this before, it's just a little plastic lid. And then I dispense water from my water bladder backpack. Just throw it in there like that. Quigley, Quigley, drink the water. Good boy. You know what's good for you. Drink it all. Drink the water. Oh, come on, Quigley. What's going on with you? What's going on with you, mate? I'm going to drink some water. I always warn you viewers when I'm going to do it because I make funny sucky noises and I can't let that go unexplained. Oh, especially when the water's run out. Oh, we suffer this embarrassment again. Watch out, Quigley, you're wasting it. Yeah. Drink the water. Drink. Drink it up. Because that's all there is. Drink the rest. Drink it all. I'm not allowed to. Alright, well I'm going to push the pause button on our recording and have a bit of a rest break here. Bang! Just like that. We've had our rest break and you didn't have to be bored hanging out with us for that. Come on, Quicks. Oh. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. What's all this stuff beside the footpath? Reflectors. Lots of different coloured reflectors. Yellow, white, blue, white, yellow, white. It looks like some member of the public has come up there to make that particular edge safer for the nighttime cyclists. Very clever. I don't know how much further I really want to walk this direction. I think I'm right. I think the walkway goes on and on and on. I wonder how much further along it goes. All reflectors. If it's not clear what I'm talking about, it's about this edge of the path. It's got a wood boxing on the edge and these supports built into the side of it. No reflectors can help you here because you can't see the edge, it's buried under the leaves. More reflectors. There's one that's come loose. Well, I'm going to try and scope out this street here. I feel like there's a street nearby. I can see houses and stuff. And then next time we want to record Huatoki Walkway, it'd be quite cool to find this spot and keep going and try and see it all. Maybe are seeing it all. It's a community garden here. I love community gardens. It's so good. And an excellent little bridge. And a park bench for us to rate. Oh, I'm going to give it a 5 just because it's in this great place. Level 5 park bench, ladies and gentlemen. 5 out of 8. So, like I usually do whenever I rate a park bench, I have to explain the rating scale to you. So I rate out of a scale of 8. And the theory is that 7s and 8s don't actually really exist. They have to be like made out of gold or, you know, something outrageously beautiful, phenomenal, like stupendously good. And we'll never find one of those. We'll never find one. No, we do find 5s and 6s from time to time. Really nice park benches. And then most park benches get a level 4. 4 is average. And as you can imagine, 3, 2 and 1 are just various levels of terrible park benches. So I'm quite happy to rate the terrible ones. They're my favourite because that's my way of saying to the local government of whatever place that we're staying at, it's my way of critiquing their care for the place. And yeah, come on in here and fix things up. Give us a new park bench, thanks, because this one's in a bad state. I think that's it. We're going to peer onto a street at the top of this path. Perhaps we did manage to see it all. Quigley, I think we have to turn around and go back, mate. I'm mildly curious about what the white box thing is. I'll go and look at it first and then we'll turn around and go back. What is it? What is that? Just a services thing, huh? It's got ID on the front. Just a number. Looks like telecoms to me. Marvellous. Tell you what. Alright folks, well we're headed back. Just going to see the same stuff again, but the other way around. I hope you don't mind. What an excellent, enjoyable walk Huatoki Walkway is. I can't give it 5 stars though. There needs to be a lot of work done down here. Aiwa. Name the fruit. 'Cause I've got no idea. Apples? I think it's apples. Looks like an apple tree actually. I wonder what these fruit trees give us. Maybe plums? The winter fruits? What do you think about the bridge style? I feel like it's a lot of weight and excess materials, but very stylish. I assume this walkway carries on that way, and I don't know how far it will go. And one day I'll come back and investigate, I believe. Let's go back through this great community garden. There's even passion fruit on the fence. You hungry, Quigley? They've given us, they've left us some limes. We could have a lime. I'm taking a lime just as a souvenir. And my guess is that's Fijoas in that bag. Which lime shall I have? Which one, Quigley, should we pick? It's a bit of a mutant, but I reckon it'll still be nice inside. Fijoas? Little baby Fijoas. Ah, kia ora. The lime's going in my pocket. Just off camera, I've been gently giving these feijoa fruits a bit of a rub. A bit of a rubby rub. I think Quigley likes eating feijoas, but I'm not sure if it's good. Actually, I don't think I've ever fed him feijoa before, so and I wouldn't just go ahead and give him some without asking the all-wise oracle if it's safe for a dog to eat feijoa. So let's ask. Can dogs eat feijoa?
While the flesh and pulp of a feijoa is generally considered safe for dogs to eat in small amounts, there are parts of the fruit that can be harmful. Skin.
Toxic to dogs.
Feijoa can be toxic to dogs. Seeds. Feijoa seeds contain compounds that can cause mild toxicity in dogs, especially if consumed in large quantities.
So you're not getting any feijoa, Quigley?
Vomiting.
Hey, mate. That's what the inside looks like. Now a lot of people will cut them in half and scoop the centre out with a spoon and not eat the skin. But me, I quite like the tart flavour of the skin, so I just eat the whole thing. Oh, I dropped it. I picked it up just to show you the inside again. I'm not going to eat it because it's got, I can see fragments of dirt. Good boy, Quigley. Howdy, mate. Hikoi. I can imagine people looking at the inside of the feijoa going, oh, come on, mate. We all know what the inside of a feijoa looks like. And then I just realised that I've got to be super open-minded about the world when I'm making these recordings, and there's possibly, many, many millions of people who don't even know what a feijoa is. And let alone never eaten one or tried one. Maybe, that's the other thing I like about the world, maybe they have, but they don't call it feijoa, they call it something else. Who knows? There are lots of fruits around the world that I've never tried. Never even heard of some of them. You know, that's how big planet Earth is. I appreciate that. Yeah, mate. Smash this. Just cut it all the way back. Just destroy that tree. Hey.
Hey.
Hikoi o te kuri. Oh, it's one of my least favourite things to say to people is hi. I'm just looking back, reflecting back on that brief encounter with the boys on the bikes. Hi, 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 hi. Ugh. Got to remember to rep the Māori language. I do actually quite a lot. But I do really like the very German way of saying hello. I like to go hello. I like that. I can't help myself but whip that one out from time to time. It's one of my favourites. It's one of my favourites. Quigley's been so good. Look at him. Safe. Feel rude when someone says, how are you going? But I don't say anything back. Taiwa! Good boy. Good boy. That's my good boy. Oh, that's right. We're in the truck with the treats. Oh, I can tell you what. Last week, luckily we got our recording done in the morning. And then not long after that, we hit the road again and the truck had a major malfunction. Yeah, it was giving me ghosts of hints throughout the morning, and I thought, no, maybe I'm just imagining things. And then, no, it definitely exhibited an issue just outside of Palmerston North. So what did Quigley and I have to do? We had to leave that truck in Palmerston North and grab another truck and then carry on to Wellington. And then today we've done the reverse of that. We returned the little tiny truck to Palmerston North. Luckily a northbound freight wasn't too much for that truck to handle. And yeah, put it on my truck after it's a bit sat in Palmerston North and got repaired over the weekend. So that's good to be back in my truck, my usual truck. Oh my God, that tiny truck felt like driving a little clown car. Where are we, Quigley? I'm feeling lost. I wonder if I am. Do you guys know? Especially since you guys can rewind back to the beginning and... Oh, there's the Yarrow Stadium sign. Okay, cool. I'm reorientated now. I seriously am considering getting a mobility scooter. Wouldn't that be good? Hello! He was quite impressed. He was waving and saying hello. The guy on the mobility scooter. Happy smile on his dial. Goody. Te tiro mai. Ai. Haere mai. Ka pai. Oh, I got some bad news about my bike rebuild today. First of all, I was going to go in for a battery. Before anything went wrong, I already got quoted $1,000 for a battery, and I was thinking, cool, I'm going to get that money together. I'm going to get me a new battery for this bike. And then me and Quigley took it for our first ride on the channel, because my dream is to diversify our content a bit more in the future and get more cameras and ride a bike and stuff like that. And we took it out for one ride and it broke down straight afterwards. And it was the motor that failed. So first thing on the list then is like, well, I know it's going to cost $megabucks for a new battery, sweet as, but now I have to get a hub motor replacement, and they quoted me so much, and then it blew out because it wasn't as easy as they had hoped, and they spent hours and hours on it, and sweet as. And then now they've finished doing that job, they told me that they load tested the system against my battery, my existing battery, and have determined that the battery is not a good battery for the new motor. Hey, I was driving the old motor just fine. Yeah, so that's a shame. And I only just managed to save up enough money to pay for the original quote that they quoted me, let alone it blowing out. Now I have to come up with hundreds of extra dollars. It's just a bit stressful to me at the moment. But you know what? We're just going to persevere. And by the time you watch this, they may have already conquered these challenges. So maybe I should just stop whinging about it. Yeah, if you look on our channel and you see heaps of episodes of us riding the bike, then you know that we got that sorted. In any case, sweet, I've got a new motor. Now I need to get a new battery, and that's going to take some time to get sorted. And it's just money at the end of the day. has got a life where we've got all manner of expenses. Sort of, I don't know how to prioritise getting the bike back on the road at the moment. So as always, the future of this channel depends on me, and I've got my goals, and so I'll achieve them no matter what. Alright, well, I think it's time to call the end to the recording, because this is the end. Yeah, this is the end. Hey, Quigley, haere mai. Haere mai, kuri. Yeah. Yeah. Good boy. Hey. Hello, Quigley. Should we go get a dinner now? Should we go get a dinner? Are you hungry? See, he licked his lips. That's definitely a... Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. I'm hungry. I could eat some food. Hey. Well, I'll double check the maps, but I'm pretty sure we may have seen all of the walkway, or we may not have, because it did carry on there a bit, and I don't know where that went. I'll have to investigate one day. But we've seen enough of it for today. Quite a big sector of it, really. Oh, hours worth of recording, that's good. Cool. Quigley. And he's like, come on, man, can we go? Can we go now? Can we go? Quigley. Hello, my doggy. Oh, I love you, Quigley. There's treats in the truck. I promise you, there's treats in the truck. We need to give you more treats on camera. I feel like that's good vibes for all, for everyone. It's treats for people too. Sweet. Cool. I'm going to call it quits there. 2 minutes left in our 1 hour time limit. Huh. And thank you all for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Oh yeah, cool. I did tell you there's treats in the truck, eh? So here we go, let's have a treat moment. Oh, he's drooling! He's drooling! You're drooling quickly! Oh, it's these treats. Oh, the worst. These are the worst. I can't give them too many of these. Sorry, folks. 2. Oh, almost. It was a terrible throw. I should throw like this. Good catch. Yay!